EA has finally given us some things to do with our tokens and the excessive amounts of cards that we have in our binders, but it's not what you think, bro. Like, one of them is just a complete ripoff. The other one, I can see how you can get glitchy with it, so I would probably tell you to try it out because it's pretty much the color smash of getting an 88 plus. So if you guys were watching my videos throughout the process of the pick currency, which was the last currency, you would know that inside the store, that color smash, you can pull like 97s and all that other stuff out of the 88 plus. So the first one that they did was inside the NFL draft, right? You're going to go over to the exchange set, and you're going to see that you can use, this is saying to trade in Series 7 trophies to earn a 95 plus, but that can't happen until tomorrow. Now, this one right here, you can do trade in 6 elite and 8 gold MUT tokens to earn a 95 plus. So pretty much what it's, I don't know if it's worth that amount. It looks like a ripoff because 6 elite is a lot. Even if you think that you just have a bunch of stuff just laying around, if you have to go through your stuff and look for elites, you'll see that it's very, very pricey regardless. After you start to accumulate it, it's a lot. So I think that this, based on the fact that, if you pull a 95, right? A 95 is going for like 80K, 84. Like if you do the math, you're getting ripped off. Because then you have the 8 additional gold. But again, a lot of us are just looking for ways to get rid of it. Okay, so if you already have them made, I guess you go with it and see what's going on. But remember, the draft players are not going, they don't have power-ups. I don't know if EA is looking to give them power-ups. So it's kind of a useless thing to do to like waste your tokens on it, unless you just have a lot of stuff that you're trying to get rid of. Which in our case, for my binder right now is completely full. So it's certain things that we're going to have to do to kind of take care of that. Now, all these over here, like you could just like whatever. I wouldn't even, really worry about this. Obviously, this right here, if you get 90 series trophies and you want to get a 98 overall player, a path to the draft player, this is more with 9 elite tokens and 8 MUT tokens, whatever. If you guys want to do it like that. But again, see this right here with the 98 overall player, it's very, very tough for me to say like, yo, don't do it, whatever, because the 98s are not it's like 300K or maybe 200 and something. And again, with the elite cards and their values, you got to do the math. Again, it depends on what's in your binder. All right, 84 plus. This is trading 10 Series 7. This is more for 7s, all right? So you got to watch out for this coming soon. I don't know if we're going to actually waste our trophies doing that because we're going to be going after John Madden first. And then after we get the additional slot for John Madden, I wouldn't dabble in that. I probably wouldn't. This one right here, 84 plus, you know what I'm saying? This can give you some really, really glitchy stuff. So this right here is something that you could be like, you know what, whatever. I don't even know. Do I have anything right here in this? Okay, so I have some right now. Let's just see what it is right now. Let's just test it out right now and see what's going on. Because this is a path to the draft player, just to give you guys an example, because I've been using up most of my cards making tokens just chilling. So look, we get something garbage. All right, so a Nick Perry. We have no use for this. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's 84 plus, so we got an 88. Whoop-de-doo. But we really have no... It's really not a use for him unless you're probably going to use these cards in other sets. So that's just something I would probably quick sell later. But you could gamble with that if you just had a lot of gold and silver cards just chilling. You know what I'm saying? You could just gamble with it, all right? Now, let's go to the next one. It's inside the Color Smash. Now, this one is a little bit more reasonable in my opinion because you're looking for 1 elite and 1 gold to get an 88 plus overall Color Smash player. Now, this is kind of ill because if you get lucky and start pulling 97s, you can really make a lot of coins. But again, that's going to be dependent upon, what your elite token situation is, how it's working out for you. So look, let me give you an example of what's going on with that. If you go over to, MUT tokens and you go and you look at the set, you see right here, you got to have these 80s, you got to have the 82s, 86 to 87. Let's look through our binder and see what we have. Do we have anything that can be used? Now, this Jason Kelsey, I would rather sell him than use him for that. This guy, we can use that guy because these guys are garbage. Those cards are not too good, so we don't have to really worry about that. So that card's decent. All right, this 85. Okay, this guy. The reason that I'm jumping on using like the NFL playoff cards is because their value is relatively low based on the values of other cards. Now, this right here, Shaq Mason, people were buying him for a lot recently. We'll do Cody White here, and we'll do this guy over here. All right, so we got 1 elite, and then now we got 1 gold. All right. So yes, you can get rid of a lot of the things that are in your binders. You can get rid of, numerous amounts of cards and play around with that. But I want to make sure that you understand it's all about the set value. You see what I'm saying? Like this Color Smash one, in my opinion, mathematically, you are going to make out a lot better than you would doing the other one that's inside the previous one that I showed you with the draft. The draft one just seems like an absolute ripoff just based on the fact of the amount of elites. Because when you start going through, I'm telling you, we're going to take a look at that as well, because I know a lot of you guys are like, yeah, but, the prices are very, very low for elites. They're not going to be low for elites now because everybody knows that there's something that you can make something off of. So it's going to go up a little bit, maybe not like crazy, but it's going to go up a decent amount. And you're going to have to be able to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? It's not something like, yeah, bro, it went up a little bit, I can afford it. Nah, dog, these prices are glitchy. Like dudes are just outright doing whatever they want. So we'll take a look at some of those prices in a second. Now, I just wanted to finish up that set because it was almost done. All right, now we're going to back out. We're going to go back into that situation that we were just in with the Color Smash, and we're going to just open one. For those of you guys that were making a killing off of the other ones, like while it was active inside the store, you guys know what I'm talking about. Doing a couple of these consecutively, like if you go out and you blast out like 10, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be really, really crazy. I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be outrageously insane. So make sure you understand that. This one is one I would recommend because I pulled so many 97s and 94s when it was in the store. But does that mean that this would be glitchy inside this? We don't know yet. Let's take a look. Go ahead, EA. What you got for me, bro? Go ahead. Give me something crazy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, my God. All right. So, look. You see what I'm saying? Off the first one, off the rip, we just made that whatever this guy's value is. And that's probably the highest one you're going to pull. So you guys have to understand, when I'm suggesting something, I'm suggesting it from me to you individually. So every one of you guys that individually watch this as one of my viewers, I'm going to give you guys the best case scenario. The other one inside the NFL draft, I don't like the amount of elites. This one, I would say play around with this. I would say if you had that same 6 that you were going to use in that draft player, use those 6 elites in this and use those gold tokens in this and try to cake up as much as you possibly can. Now we see what I'm talking about, right? We all see it together. We back out. We go back. We're going to see what his value is. Because as a 97, it should be pretty decent. We should be looking at least 160 to 170 based on the way the current market is. So let's take a look at that. We're going to go to newest. And we're going to go to Akib, and let's check out what he's doing. So, okay, he's at 158. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. All right, so look, for using 1 elite and 1 gold, we're going to net, that's 158. We'll put him up for like, 149, and we'll make 149. So just say you get lucky a couple times, you're right there. For those of you guys that are trying to find ways to make coins, you're right there. You know what I'm saying? By using that specific set. What are these guys going for now? Because if you're not really going for nothing, I'll just quick sell you. 14,000? Seriously, dude? You're getting rage sold instantly. You're getting rage sold for training points. You know why? Because you suck. I remember at one point when I was doing like franchise, maybe like a Madden 25, that dude was glitchy off the edge. I don't know if you guys know about that, bro. Like it was like straight glitchy action. This guy I'm going to hold on to for a second because I might end up actually having to, use him for training points possibly. JJ Wizzle, what you going for? What you got, 20K? You garbage, bruh. But I don't want to, we'll get out of that. Now, let's get out and start looking at some of the prices of the other cards. Let's see what, when I'm telling you about the value of them. All right, the elite is costing you this much. Let's take a look at some of those prices and try to evaluate it from there. Now, remember, when you're looking through this, when you're looking at it like this, you can go to different sections and see what the prices are. So now look. This guy is 7,000 to 86 to 87. You need one of those. You probably can lurk. Like this guy is about to, he'll probably sell off at the 2,300. Somebody will probably bid on it and get that for actual 2,300. I'm going to actually place a bid right now just because, whatever. If we get it, we get it. We don't, it doesn't really matter. All right? That's what you have to do sometimes. And then ultimately, in certain cases, you end up getting those cards for that cheap. All right? Now you go to 84 to 85. What do they got there? Okay, 30, 39, whatever. Look through, see what's going on. See how... like right here, another one, 2,500. Place a bid on that and just walk away from it. Just leave it there. We don't got to worry about it. We place the bid, and if he sells for that price, he sells for that price. And you go from there. Now, look, remember, that's 26. The other one was a little bit cheaper. If we get the lurk, it is what it is. But You got to evaluate it for each thing. Let's just say that both those cards roughly are around 10K, right? Pretty much what you're doing is that's 10K per. So you have to time that, just those two cards, 10K each time by the 5 of the, or the 6 of the elite cards that you need. Do that math times 6. See what your value comes out to, and then you have to also account for your goals as well. You see what I'm saying? So after you do that math, if you think that getting a 95 card that the lowest value right now is like 68,000 and you're already spending that in elites alone, if that makes you feel better about yourself by going after the NFL draft as opposed to doing what I'm recommending and going after the color smash, that's for you to decide. Now, when you go to the other ones, 82 to 83s, you get the value of those. Everything within the market is going to be whatever it is. This is when this comes into play. You see these draft cards? If you wanted to play around with those, people are going to buy this now. You see how they're buying it like right off the rip? Before nobody was buying them. Now everybody knows that there's something you can do with them, so they'll sell at that 2,200 and those prices like that. Those prices will be something that people will be willing to spend, all right? And then with the 80s and the 81s, those are just dirt cheap. But remember, they all go together with the 6. So you have to do that math to make sure that everything ultimately makes sense for you. Otherwise, you know, what are you doing? So again, we would bid on this guy's 200 coins. What's the worst that can happen? We don't win it. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. And then we get out of that, leave it alone, and then we see what's going on with that afterwards. So let's back out of all of this, and then we're going to go back over to the sets again, just for you guys to get the insight into what I'm saying. We look at the MUT tokens again. We go over to the elites. We see that it's 6 of them. So then we say we're going to average these first two 10K, the 82s to the 83. Okay, 2, 4. Let's just say like 15,000 per. All right, 15,000 per. So you times that by 6, 0, 3. That's 90K. All right, that's 90K when you times it by 6. So when you use those 6 inside of that NFL draft set, if you get the lowest value, you're going to still lose with the 95, as opposed to going after Color Smash and just having that much more of an opportunity to keep getting bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, this just seems too ridiculous because, like I just showed you, 6 elite tokens is about 90,000. And the lowest 95 overall, you already know where we're going with that. You see what I'm saying? So mathematically, I would go with Color Smash. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Does it make sense to you? What are you guys looking forward to getting? Leave me all that info. Hit me up. Twitter at GmiasWorld, Instagram, Facebook. Like the video. Share it. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.